I guess you could say it's coming our way. Joining me now is MACE Michaels, a meteorologist at Weather Nation. He joins us from Minneapolis, where it is very cold. Notice, Mace, that we don't make our weather guys go outside. We bring you inside, and I appreciate you doing this tonight. Holy smokes, it's cold. What is this harken back to, 20, 30 years ago?
It sure seems like it. I appreciate you letting me be inside as well. I wasn't planning on leaving the house today. Last check, it was about 12 below here in Minneapolis. We fell to 23 below this morning. So, yeah, in the negatives for sure.
How long are we going to be doing this? And as it moves east, how long is it going to be around?
And to answer your question, last time I can think of this happening here in the Twin Cities where they closed school and it was so cold. You remember, you were up here in northwest Minnesota, northeast North Dakota, back in the mid-90s. And it looks like this is going to stick around for a few more days. It's deeper and farther south, though. Folks in northern Minnesota, at 40 below, they're used to seeing that. But down to Chicago, like Louisville, not even getting up above zero today, that's really cold for those folks. And it's going to last for a few more days.
A few more days, and this is going to take about a third of the country, isn't it?
It's even more than that. You can head all the way to South Florida or the southwestern U.S., like into Arizona, California. Those are about the only areas where you're not seeing temperatures below 32. That's it. It's a huge chunk of the nation.
How's this affecting travelers? And, of course, is this going to last for days on end?
The wind, at least, is brisk and brutal, so I always have the winter survival kit. That's always a reminder if you're going to be outside for a long period of time. It's layers, common sense like that. But the blowing snow problems, the heavy snow problems, those will continue to diminish. At least the low is heading out, so at least the worst of the weather conditions. That's the improving side, but the cold, we're still going to have it for a few more days.
What's it done for travelers in the Midwest?
You've been a hardy Minnesotan before. You know what it's like when you're traveling around like this, Ed. Morehead State, my brother was out. He was running the other day at 20 below. You just cope and deal with it. It slows people down a little bit, but today, without school, traffic was actually lighter here in the Twin Cities.
Well, we should point out that youth hockey in Fargo was still on schedule today. They might have shut down the schools across the river, but doggone it, the kids are still going to play hockey. It's kind of the culture of that part of the country. But it's not the culture of all the way down to Atlanta, Georgia, where they are going to see possibly some record temperatures tonight. This is having...
Down into the...
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say it's going to be down in the 20s all the way down to the Gulf Coast. So exactly, yeah. Atlanta, not used to it at all.
And what's your analysis of this cold snap? Is it climate change, the aftermath of what we have seen happen in our environment? How do you call it, Mace?
It could be just one of those years. We're cyclical sometimes. You go back in history. You think here 15, 20 years ago, had a big cold snap. You look back in the records then again, 15, 20 years ago then, maybe a little longer than that. So sometimes it's cyclical with these cold snaps, but this one just is so much further to the south. So many folks, not used to seeing temperatures this low for so long.
All right. Mace Michaels, thanks for joining us tonight. Meteorologist at the Weather Nation. Good to have you on. Coming